Good day, everyone. I am Miss Ellea Mher Aliño, and I am here to rationalize all the number 3 questions from the subject Academic Proficiency 2. These are the contents of my rationalization. I am going to answer child and adolescent, assessment of learning, facilitating learner-centered teaching, field study and research, teacher and the school curriculum, the teaching profession, technology for teaching and learning, the teacher and the community, school culture and organizational leadership, and also the building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. So let's begin from the question coming from the child and adolescent. So question number 1, when parents allow their children to begin meeting in the neighborhood and community, they enhance the development of A. Social, B. Intellectual, C. Physical, or D. Cognitive. So the answer is social. So why social? Social development is about improving the well-being of individuals in society so they can reach their full potential. Allowing a child to interact with neighbors and participate in community activities contributes significantly to their social development. These interactions facilitate the cultivation of interpersonal skills, teaching children how to communicate, cooperate, and build relationships outside the familial sphere. The next question from child and adolescent is that testosterone is to boys, blank is to girls. A. Tylen, B. Estrogen, C. Progesterone, or D. Hormones. So the answer is estrogen. Estrogen or estrogen is a category of sex hormones responsible for the development of the female reproductive system and secondary sex characteristics. So the other option, Tylen, progesterone, and hormones are not exclusive to one gender. They are essential components of the physiological systems in both boys and girls, contributing to various bodily functions and processes necessary for overall health and development. The last question from child and adolescent is, which of the following Ericksonian statements relates to autonomy in early childhood? A. As I do things, I feel I made a mistake. B. I am apologetic about what I've done. C. I do things without worrying about them. Or letter D. I worry that my parents will find fault in me. So the answer is letter C. I do things without worrying about them. So what is an autonomy? So according to Erickson in his framework, autonomy is an individual's sense of will, independence, and capacity to do things by themselves. So according to him, autonomy is an individual's capacity to engage in activities autonomously. So at this juncture, children begin to explore their environment, assert their preferences, and develop a growing sense of self-control. So let's proceed to facilitating learner-centered teaching. The first question from facilitating learner-centered is, in metacognitive learning, which of the following can be applied? A. Abstract concepts. B. Monitoring own comprehension. C. Emphasis on hypothetical questions. Or D. Problem-solving skills. So the answer is letter B. Monitoring own comprehension. So why is it letter B? Metacognition involves knowing yourself as a learner. That is, knowing your strengths and weaknesses as a learner. So to further understand, a key facet of metacognition is the ability to monitor one's comprehension, a skill that goes beyond mere understanding and delves into the intricacies of how knowledge is processed and retained. Monitoring comprehension is similar to having an internal compass guiding the learner through the landscape of understanding, and it involves the conscious effort to assess one's grasp of the material, identify potential gaps in understanding, and employ strategies to enhance comprehension. This metacognitive skill is particularly crucial in complex learning scenarios where a deeper understanding is sought beyond surface-level knowledge. So the next question is, which of the following pronouncements would fall under Skinner's definition of negative reinforcement? Letter A, those who miss the final exam will receive a failing mark. Letter B, no permit, no exam. Letter C, no final exam for those with midterm grade of 1.25 or higher. Or letter D, no, the exam is postponed indefinitely. So the answer is letter C, no final exam for those with midterm grade of 1.25 or higher. So according to Skinner, negative reinforcement is a removal of an unwanted outcome in order to strengthen a behavioral response. So in the choices, only letter C shows negative reinforcement. It's important to note that negative reinforcement in this context does not imply a disciplinary measure. Instead, it operates by creating a favorable outcome, like the exemption from the final exam, as a consequence of achieving the desired academic performance. This approach aligns with Skinner's behavioral principles and holds the power of consequences to shape and influence student behavior in an educational setting. Let's proceed to the next question. This type of memory includes memories of life events. A. Episodic. B. Declarative. C. Procedural or D. Specific. So the answer is letter A. Episodic. So why episodic? Episodic memory is a long-term memory used to store unique events or episodes from one's past. It is the process of storing experiences in one's memory or retrieving that information and using it to improve behavior. So to dig deeper, episodic memory in essence serves as the mental scrapbook of individual journeys, capturing the vivid details of specific events along the temporal landscape. It also encompasses not only the recollection of what happened, but also the surrounding context like the emotions and the intricate interplay of sensory details that define each moment. The last question for facilitating learner-centered teaching is, which major learning theory simplifies the interaction of the individual and the learning environment? Letter A, behavioral theories. Letter B, field and gestalt theories. Letter C, cognitive theories. Or letter D, social theories. So the answer is letter D, social theories. Social theories provide a framework for understanding how individuals learn and develop. To further understand about the social theories, the interplay between individuals and their learning environment is marked by a myriad of influences and complexities. Social theories emerge as crucial tools in simplifying this intricate interaction, providing conceptual frameworks that distill the richness of human learning into comprehensible elements. So, according to the question, the social learning is when you interact to other individuals and to your learning environment. Let's turn the page to the assessment in learning. So here is the question. In an 80-item exam, these are the means of student scores in the different subject. So in math, there are 37, English 53, Science 42, Social Studies 45. What can we infer from the given data? A. The examinees seem to be quite good in math. Letter B. Science seems to be the most difficult exam. C. Social Studies appears to be the most favorite compared to the other three subjects. Or letter D. English appears to be the easiest subject. So, the answer is letter D. English appears to be the easiest subjects. So, here is why. So, as you look at their scores, the students' scores in math is 37, English is 53, Science is 42, and Social Studies is 45. So students got the highest scores in English, and so it means This subject appears to be the easiest. The next and last question for assessment of learning is, with a T-score equivalent of 45, the raw score of a student can be described as A. Below the mean performance, B. Above the mean performance, C. Cannot be determined because of lacking information, or D. Just within the mean performance. So the answer is letter A, below the mean performance. So if a student has a T-score equivalent of 45, and then the raw score of the student is below the mean performance. Now let's proceed to the teacher and the school curriculum. Question number 1. Teacher Pasita respects the age and maturity of her students. Her lesson, therefore, can be seen as focusing on A. Incentives and reinforcement, B. Quality of instruction, C. Time management, or D. Appropriate level of instruction. So the answer is letter D, appropriate level of instruction. Teacher Pasita's lesson should be thoughtfully crafted to suit the age and maturity of her students. This approach recognizes the diverse needs of learners and ensures that the educational experiences is both relevant and enriching. By tailoring instruction to the unique characteristics of her students, Teacher Pasita can inspire a love for learning and set the foundation for their academic success. Question number 2 for the teacher and the school curriculum. Teacher Janus showed the hallmark of being an excellent teacher by being able to make out-of-the-box positive changes in the curriculum. As a curricularist, he is an blank. A. Innovator, B. Initiator, C. Evaluator, or D. Implementer. So the answer is innovator. What is an innovator? So an innovator is an individual who introduces something new, methods, ideas, or the technologies, often with the goal of improving existing processes or solving problems. So in the question, Teacher Janus stands as an exemplar of an innovation in education. His ability to instigate positive changes in the curriculum reflects a commitment to staying ahead of the educational curve and preparing students for the challenges of the future. Through his out-of-the-box thinking, personalized approach, and emphasis on critical skills development, Teacher Janus embodies the qualities of an excellent and innovative educator. Okay, let's proceed to the last question. The following statements below refer to the concepts and parameters of curriculum quality audit, except one, which is the exception. Letter A. The process ensures alignment of course content, activities, assessments to support student success. B. Curriculum quality audit determines competencies to be taught across courses and disciplines in various programs. Letter C. The audit includes mapping the competencies in the course syllabi to the standards. Or letter D. Curriculum quality audit identifies overrepresentation of the competencies anchored on standards. So the correct answer is letter B. Curriculum quality audit determines competencies to be taught across courses and disciplines in various programs. Curriculum quality audit plays a vital role in assessing the overall effectiveness of educational programs. They are not designed to determine the specific competencies to be taught across courses and disciplines. Now let's turn the page to the teaching profession subject. Let's begin to question number 1. Teacher Colleen allows the toddlers she is teaching to play around. Which act shows a vital value? A. Play around with religious artifacts. B. Play with objects defined without supervision. C. Play around even when it begins to diesel. D. Play during break time under her supervision. So the correct answer is D. Play during break time under her supervision. Supervised play during break time under the watchful eyes of teachers serves as a crucial component of a comprehensive educational experience. This practice not only promotes physical health and social skills but also allows teachers to connect with students in a more informal setting, fostering a supportive learning environment that goes beyond the confines of the classroom. Now, let's go to question number 2 of the teaching profession. Teacher Colleen was given only 2,200 pesos to implement a school activity that would have required 8,000 pesos. She successfully did this. What characteristics did she demonstrate? A. Efficient. B. Fair. C. Effective. Or D. Committed. So the correct answer is letter A. Efficient. An efficient teacher is a skilled professional who manages time, utilizes resources effectively, adapts to diverse learning needs, communicates clearly, and incorporates assessment and feedback to optimize the learning experience for students. Resource utilization is a critical component of efficiency. Teacher Colleen is an efficient teacher that effectively incorporates a variety of teaching materials, technology, and supplementary resources to enhance the learning experience. So by mastering these aspects, Teacher Colleen contributes to a productive and supportive educational environment. And now let's proceed to the questions coming from the technology for teaching and learning. So here is the question number 1. Miss Leia wishes to perform literary analysis on the novel To the Lighthouse. Which of the following is the most appropriate level of experience for this? A. Experiential experience. B. Symbolic experience. C. Iconic experience. Or D. Inactive experience. So the answer would be letter B. Symbolic experience. The symbolic experience involves reading or hearing symbols. For example, the student reads or hears the word tie and forms an image in the mind. So usually, in such experiences, the action is indifferent and the experience is limited to thoughts and ideas. Conducting a literary analysis of the novel To the Lighthouse on the symbolic level of experience proves most appropriate given by Virginia Woolf's deliberate use of symbols to convey profound meanings. The novel's intricate layers of symbolism provide a captivating terrain for exploration, inviting readers to unearth deeper insights into the human condition, the passage of time, and the intricacies of interpersonal relationships. Now let's go to the second question. What knowledge refers to a teacher's solid understanding about a subject matter? A. Technological knowledge. B. Subject knowledge. C. Content knowledge. Or D. Pedagogical knowledge. So the answer is letter C. Content knowledge. So why content knowledge? Content knowledge refers to a deep understanding of the subject matter or material within a particular field or discipline. It encompasses the facts, concepts, theories, principles, and skills associated with a specific area of study. In education, teachers are often expected to possess strong content knowledge in the subjects they teach, allowing them to effectively convey information, facilitate learning, and guide students in mastering the material. Now let's turn the page to the questions coming from the teacher and the community, school culture, and organizational leadership. Let's begin with the question number 1. Education is a function of society. What does this imply? 1. Citizens are taught what society considered most important. 2. Society determines curriculum to be taught. 3. Those in education taught what they believe should be taught regardless of. So, is it A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 only, or D. 3 only? So the correct answer is letter A. 1 and 2 only. Citizens are taught what society considered most important. Society determines curriculum to be taught. So in the choices, only the third choice is not included. Education is inherently intertwined with society, and its purpose is often shaped by the values, beliefs, and needs of the community. Education is indeed influenced by societal values, and the curriculum is often a reflection of what a community deems essential for its members to know and understand. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question. Which statement is true of school and community partnership? A. Elders in the community can be key informants of our research in local history. B. Donations from politicians are not accepted to prevent electioneering. Or C. Only school benefits from the partnership. So, the correct answer is letter A. Elders in the community can be key informants of our research in local history. Elders in a community serves as invaluable key informants in researching local history, offering a wealth of experiential knowledge, oral traditions, and perspectives that may not be documented in conventional historical records. So by engaging with elders, researchers can uncover a more holistic and authentic narrative of the community's past, fostering a deeper appreciation for its history and cultural heritage. 2 questions more, and now let's proceed to the field study and research. So here's the question. When will a teacher employ the Oxford Oregon? A. During debate, B. During reporting, C. During lecture, or D. During discussion? So the answer is A. During debate. So why is it during debate? What is Oxford Oregon? Oxford Oregon debate, otherwise known as World Schools debate, is a form of debate used in academic competitions across the world. This type of debate is characterized by 2 teams of 3 speakers, 2 teams of 2 speakers, or at times 1 team of 2 speakers competing against 1 speaker. So each speaker has 8 minutes to make their argument, and they must use evidence to support their points. The 2 teams will compete against each other in a round-robin format, and the judges will decide which team won based on their arguments and evidence. The last subject to be rationalized is building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. So, here is the question. The following are the contexts and perspectives of 21st century education as a paradigm shift from that of the 20th century, except one. Which one is the exception? A. Integrated and interdisciplinary. B. Technology and multimedia driven. C. Global classroom oriented. Or letter D. Time-based. Okay, so the answer would be letter D. Time-based. The shift from 20th century education paradigms to 21st century education introduces several exceptions, and one notable departure is a transition from a time-based model of learning. In the 20th century, education was often structured around fixed time periods, where students progressed through grades based on age and adhered to standardized timelines. However, the 21st century paradigm challenges this conventional approach, emphasizing flexibility, personalized pacing, and competency-based learning. The move from a time-based model to a more flexible and adaptive approach in the 21st century education represents a paradigm shift. This departure acknowledges the diversity in learning styles, adopts the rapid pace of and embraces lifelong learning as a fundamental principle. The result is a more dynamic and responsive educational system that better prepares individuals for the complexities and challenges of the contemporary world. That's all for my rationalization for today. Thank you everyone. I hope you learned something. God bless and bye-bye.